And Dan, and not Dan, but Brad says in his article, I think it was Monday or Tuesday, that Kevin Warren has gotten the green light from George McCaskey to spend whatever it takes to get a head coach. And so now they're focusing, I believe everything we're hearing, Belichick's camp said that the Bears are focused on Ben Johnson. And that's why they then even though Belichick was interested in the Bears job, that never even happened because they're zoned in on him. I know a lot of people have been bringing up Mike Vrabel. Cap has like a hard on for Mike Vrabel. I'm not mad at Mike Vrabel. He's not on the top of my list just because I've said it before. I want an offensive head coach. I think that eliminates a lot of times for the Bears not to mess it up because you have to get the head coach right and then you have to get the offensive coordinator right. And let's just say you actually get the offensive coordinator right. He does really well. He leaves. Now you got to get another offensive coordinator for your quarterback. I would like having it to be where Ben Johnson isn't just offensive coordinator or play caller. He's play calling his offense. This is not like a Matt Nagy. That's why a lot of people bring in Matt Nagy. Who's going to be the next Matt Nagy? Matt Nagy didn't call his own offense. Matt Nagy only called plays for like 2 games in Kansas City. Like we all know the real offensive coordinator in Kansas City is Andy Reid. So that was a different situation. You can't even begin to compare it to Trestman. It's an offensive lead, and that's what I personally would want. I don't really care about the leader of men thing is terrible to me. I don't really care about that. You can be a silent, cool, calm, and collected guy and still be a leader of men. I don't think anybody says that Mike McDaniel is a bad leader. I don't think anybody says Kyle Shanahan is a bad leader. Like Sean McVay is more talkative than Kyle, but I wouldn't look at him as like a Vrabel, type of fuck off type attitude type of guy. Like you can be a leader through that way too. So that to me would make more sense. From what I'm hearing from everybody, it sounds like Ben Johnson is a clear favorite. And that doesn't mean they're not going to interview people. You're going to hear a lot of names thrown out over these next 6 weeks, Bears fans. Don't get too high. Don't get too low. Ben Johnson is number 1 on my list. And I really like what I'm hearing that they're gonna throw some money at him, and that they're also gonna get rid of Ryan Poles, which I believe at that point we don't know how it's gonna play out. He's never been a head coach before, so it's a toss up. But that's honestly any head coach, and that to me right there is something that I would love to be lined up with. Add Caleb with the Ben Johnson over there. Dante, what do you think about what Brad Biggs is saying? Do you believe that it's true that Warren is getting the green light here?
Like anything with the Bears, I believe it when I see it. Like I love what I'm hearing, but I just gotta see it. I just gotta see it. You would think that with the talent like Caleb and what you've seen so far, you would want to move that route and try to put him in the best position. But like we've said time and time again on this show with this franchise, you got to see it first. We tend to make the wrong hire, and like in the short term, we'll see it and be like, "Damn, okay, we cook them with fire," especially these last few years. But it just hasn't been the case. So, I would hope so. I would hope that McCaskey, you see this, and again, like I said, I would hope that losing the way we lost on Thanksgiving in Detroit with a team that historically used to beat, and now you've seen them turn the corner and completely flip that franchise. Like that would have sparked something within the McCaskey family. But I just got to see it, bro. But I agree that Ben probably is the way to go, even though, like I said, we've had our chances with hot shot coordinators with the Adam Gase and all those other guys, and it just didn't work out. So I think this time with Ben, you have to, like I said, we have to align him with the right general manager because, as Orlando has said a lot, that O-line ain't coming with him. So it's some things we have to fix, and that has to be done right. But if he actually has been given the green light, you got to go all in, bro. I think Ben Johnson, and the fact that he already has a team, well, not a team, but his coordinators and things already in place. It seems like this would be a smooth transition and something that would be very important for Caleb. Because I don't want you to go and hire a coach and then you got to go do more digging for everything else. If this is a guy who pretty much has his staff together already, and they're just like, yo, we locked and loaded, ready to go, then y'all should go. I think that's the move they should make. So again, I hope he's gotten that green light, but that's something I'm gonna have to wait and see.
Bang, what's your take on this? Do you believe it?
You can get the green light all you want to. That don't mean niggas gonna come. So I mean, do I believe it? Yeah, I believe it because for the last 3 years, the Bears have been the laughingstock of the NFL. And at some point, niggas like, yo, we nah. Niggas will get embarrassed into spending money. That don't mean that people gonna take your money. And I think that's the biggest thing about all of this. Just because you have the money to spend, that don't mean that Ben Johnson is going to come, because Ben Johnson is going to look at everything, and Ben Johnson is probably going to be like, still, I got to deal with y'all old asses. And especially, let's say, for instance, let's look at a position that people, I noticed that people have been talking about a lot, even though I don't think it's going to be a change. If the Cincinnati Bengals fire Zach Taylor, Ben Johnson is not going to Chicago. He's taking his ass over there.
Hold on. I got to challenge that. Them niggas cheaper than the Bears.
No, I know they're cheaper than the Bears. What I'm saying is that I don't think Ben Johnson is a person that's that damn worried about money. I think Ben Johnson is the type that's looking at the situation, and he's looking at the team and how quickly he can win. The Bears got all of that shit, but they still are the Bears organization. And right now, over these last couple of years, who've won more? The Cincinnati Bengals.
I still don't think Cincinnati's looked at like that. Like, they didn't even want to play Jamar, and I think one of them niggas gonna walk this shit. This thing, I'm calling Ben Johnson's bluff. I'm calling Ben Johnson's bluff.
That's what I'm saying, Scott. That's what I'm saying. If another position or another job opens, and Ben Johnson look at that, and no matter what, I could win quicker with that team, he's going to that team. If that nigga could have got a whole bunch of bread to go to the damn Carolina Panthers last year, he said no. What's so different than the Carolina Panthers and the Chicago Bears at this point? It's not much difference.
I think it's a lot different.
It's not that much different because
I'm pretty low on the Bears, but I think
both of them are the laughingstock of the NFL right now.
See, this thing,
both of them got a number one pick. That's the quarterback right now. Both of them, one got a young coach that's right now that's better than the one that we had that's right there. They both gonna have a little bit of bread. What I'm telling you right now is I would like Ben Johnson to come here too. I just don't think throwing a whole bunch of money at him is going to bring him here. So that's what I'm saying.
This is why I'm calling a Ben. I don't buy the outstanding Detroit thing whatsoever. I don't buy it. I don't know any nigga who just stay offensive coordinator. I know it sounds good. I don't believe it.
I know a couple.
I don't buy it for one. He can sell that bullshit to somebody. Believe it. I don't believe
them niggas still winning. Watch.
I don't buy it in the slightest. And number two, I'm not saying the Bears are the best job out there. I do believe that the view of the Bears right now is very, very low. But I still think it's a very good job. Now, I have no faith in them getting it right to actually see it. I'm not giving them the benefit of that at all. I'm the Bengals. I'm just not buying as somebody who just gonna run the Bengals because they cheap, and then they're gonna need a GM too. I don't think they're gonna keep their GM if they're gonna get
So again, tell me what's the difference between the Bears right now? Everything we're talking about with the Bears has never done. They've never done all this. We gonna throw money at people. They ain't never thrown.
The Bengals ain't never thrown no money in the ball either. That's what I'm saying.
So I'm gonna ask you again: what's so different than the Bears and the Bengals? The Bengals still have better players than the Bears. They still have a better future than the Bears. I don't care who the quarterback is.
I think they have a better. Obviously, they got the better player because Joe Burrow has been able on the Bears roster, but they also play in the AFC. I think that's an easier road than the NFC. You still got to roll with Patrick Mahomes for the next decade.
I'm not got to run with this damn NFC North. He know what they got over there.
But that's not a long-term thing I'm worried about. I'm not worried about Jared Goff, Sam Darnold, and Jordan Love on a long term.
Worried about him.
And Ben Johnson probably also knows I'm the reason Detroit is good. That's you take him away. What is Detroit?
And at the end of the day,
I know we can't say that though. We can't say that.
That's what I'm saying. We can't say that, and we can't say that, and not only can we not say that, it is still the Bears organization. This ain't even about the Bears to fuck it up. This is literally about a coach that's currently looking at the landscape. And yes, they got Caleb Williams. Yes, they got Rome Odunze. Yes, they got some of these players, but it's also the organization that's historically
I'm not
been in
disagreeing
a
with that.
rut.
I'm disagreeing with the Bengals part. I'm not disagreeing that
No,
overall
see,
part.
you misread that whole thing. I said if the Bears and the Bengals was open, he's not coming here.
I'm
It
not
is more
100% sure on that.
He's not. It's more attractive to go over there with something that's damn near more ready made. Because even still, with the organization that them niggas have won. And if you feel like, hey, I might lose T. Higgins, they were supposed to lose T. Higgins last year. T. Higgins really not supposed to be there. T. Higgins not supposed to be there. But if you talking about me, if I'm looking at the Bengals and I'm looking at the Bears, and both of those are open. You goddamn right, because even still with that cheap ass organization, them niggas been winning way more than the Bears. When we have this conversation, we got to understand that the Bears tax is the Bears tax, and that Bears tax is looking way worse than any other team in the NFL right now. Because right now, the Bears and the situation that they had was supposed to be a great situation. And now it is one of the worst in the NFL. And part of the reason it is one of the worst in the NFL because them niggas in the front office literally have no fucking clue of what they're doing right now. So if I'm Ben Johnson, what makes this shit so attractive? Somebody tell me.
I think it's Caleb Williams. I think that's what makes it more attractive. And Joe is great. I'm a Joe Burrow nigga. Like I said, Joe Burrow outside of Mahomes is the best quarterback in the NFL. I think both are bonehead organizations. I think both have shit organizations. I just don't think if there's a choice between the two that he just automatically goes to Bengals. I don't think the organization is good enough for him to just jump over there. And we talk about T. Higgins, he's not supposed to be there, yes, but T. Higgins is still a big part of it. And also, you still got to pay Jamar. The price has gone up even way more than it did. He leads the league. You could trade,
and the crazy thing is you could trade both of those players and get assets back. Who the fuck can you trade on the Chicago Bears to get assets back right now?
They're also wide receivers. You're not getting too much.
You can get nobody said I did not say that you could get a 5-1s or anything like that. I said that you could get assets. They could get assets for those players too. The Bears, you can't get an asset for shit right now.
And but fuck all that. Just what it boils down to. For as many flashes that
you're
see,
not getting too first for a wide receiver.
Yeah, you're not. I hear you, but at the same time, bro, all other pieces aside, you know what Joe Burrow is. Caleb is still a project. Joe Burrow is not a project. You know Joe Burrow is going to be a top 3 quarterback in the league for the next 5 to 7 years, barring him getting hurt.
Right now,
so I think that's to Bang's point. If that does become available, it is very attractive.
I mean, I agree. I hear what you're saying, but I'm saying. Yes, the quarterback 100%. But I think being in the AFC, which the Avengers of quarterbacks, it's not an easy road. You got to rebuild that defense. You got to rebuild that offensive line. They got a lot of holes too. I'm not saying that.
What you think you got to do with the Bears?
Same thing, but I think it's easier to do in the NFC than it is to do in the AFC. I think it's way easier to do. There's no juggernaut long term in the NFC. There's no juggernaut in the NFC who we 100% got to go through them niggas every year until he dies or retires. You got to go through Patrick Mahomes.
If you think you're good enough, it don't matter.
And we can say that. Niggas said that by Tom Brady. That's not you can. We good enough. A lot of good niggas have lost to underachieving Patriots team, and that's gonna we send the same thing.
And a lot of niggas that came to the Bears and not done shit.
I hear you. I'm not buying the Cincinnati Bengals thing. I'm just not. Any other team, you got me. Bengals, I'm not rolling.
Well, watch what happens when Joe Burrow, if that happens, if Joe Burrow.
I don't think Zach Taylor's getting fired. I
don't think he is. That's the whole point. That's why I was like, I don't even know why that is the discussion, because I just said if some shit like that open, but he ain't going nowhere. But that's the whole point that I'm making. There's other attractive places for this nigga to go instead of the Bears. I'm not saying the
Bears are number one. I'm just not agreeing with the Bengals. That's the only
thing. All I was saying in the first place is places like the Bengals, places like other spots that could be shit. Damn near the Jacksonville Jaguars is damn near more attractive than the Bears.
I can buy the Jaguars
because you can go to Jacksonville and just be under the radar. I'm saying, the whole point of what I was saying is, so what? You can open up the damn pocketbook. What the fuck does that matter with the Chicago? Oh, now we can open up the pocketbook. And yeah, nigga gonna come over there. That literally don't mean shit at this point right now when everything above the goddamn head coaching spot right now is worse than damn near any. We
And
still
I hear
fighting over
all
some
of that.
shit.
I still think that Caleb Williams is the gold ticket. I think I hear all the stuff. I'm not shooting the Bears no bail. I'm not saying they're gonna get it right. I gotta see them get it right. All I'm saying is I don't believe that this is just the bottom of the road job. I just don't buy it. I don't buy it whatsoever. I don't. I think a lot of coaches look at this like if you had anybody besides an idiot running this, it's a playoff team. That's just what I think.
So cool. Triple double hat trick, I know the code too. Ice trade, go for trade, yeah we cold too. Getting paper on these player haters, old news, money on the other line, so I'm not gonna hold you. Money on the other line, so I'm not gonna hold you. Money on the other line, so I'm not gonna hold you. Money on the other line, so I'm not